gather here today, we recognize the vital role that income tax plays in the economic fabric of a nation, serving as the cornerstone of government revenue and funding crucial public services. This program aids to provide a platform for insightful discussions, knowledge sharing, and a deeper understanding of the intricacies of income tax regulations, particularly in light of TDS. All credit to the Income Tax Department who have eased the business of tax deduction, deposition, and filing by way of introduction of IT tools, making the process available from the convenience of home with full transparency. But at the same time, I would like to take this opportunity and appreciate and give due credit to our institution for contributing towards the efforts of Income Tax Department as being a fully compliant and a vigilant institution. It would be very much in place to mention that University of Kashmir is one of the highest taxpayers in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir.
Indeed, Shri Kailonji, in a very simpler words, he explained about the duties of an institution pertaining to TDS. I must tell Kailonji that University of Kashmir, as Zafraji has already said, who's our Chief Accounts Officer from JNK-UT, that University of Kashmir is the highest paid institution of tax in JNK-UT. This shows how meticulous we are pertaining to TDS, how meticulous we are towards the transparency of our tax paying, and not only today but even before this, some of the awareness programs were conducted for our employees, conducted for the employees of our administration, so that in a very systematic manner employees are kept aware about their tax deductions on time, and vice versa, what benefits they can get from tax paying and all that. But I'm happy that today we are collaborating with this event. I'm sure it will be a very learning experience, not only for us at University of Kashmir, but even for our employees. Very important session for our employees, because income tax deduction is one of the component to which an employee always looks. कितना डिडक्ट हुआ, अभी कितना देना है, अब क्या बाकी है. So very good exercise, very good awareness program that is being conducted today. We do look forward to have such programs in future also, and definitely understanding tax implications can aid in better financial planning and budgeting. As the highest seat of learning, it's our duty to pass on this information to our students who are getting training on this campus, whether it's our law students, whether it's our commerce students, whether it's our management students, or whether our employees. And I'm sure that these types of programs will definitely help us. And as I already said, that University of Kashmir, in each and everything we are transparent, and so is our TDS. I already shared with you that all our files are now files. E-governance is fully implemented. So is our TDS, as you already said. So no chance of anything, but definitely if any benefits our employees can get, which we are not aware, I will say this, of which the employees are not aware, we would definitely like कि उस चीज पे some type of awareness is done. With these words, thank you very much.
The primary objective of this awareness program is to familiarize you with the significance of TDS compliance and the pivotal role you play in the effective implementation of the tax system. By understanding and adhering to the TDS provisions, you not only ensure the timely collection of taxes, but also contribute to the smooth functioning of the nation's fiscal machinery. As DDOs, you are responsible for deducting TDS from payments made to employees, contractors, vendors, and all kinds of payments, maybe professionals, and wherever the TDS is applicable. It is essential to be aware of the various provisions, and for that matter we have a detailed presentation which will be in the coming minutes we will be presenting. And any negligence on TDS, so that it doesn't happen, so we will accordingly make you aware. So I would rather say that the role of a DDO, like a lawyer, he is an officer of the court. The DDO is an officer of the income tax department. So you are the main link between the department and the taxpayer. So as a DDO and as a taxpayer, there are rights and duties. And if these rights and duties are exercised by all of us in a continuous basis, then the things become very simple. Whenever there is a tax deduction at source, it needs to be verified. This is a basic limb, because most of the things happen when there is a delay. And whenever a person whose tax has been deducted as a taxpayer, if he is quarterly viewing his Form 26 AS, that whether that credit has been reflected or not, the things become very simple. Because if that deduction is reflected in his 26 AS statement, the things you don't need to do anything else. But if there is a mismatch, if the credit is short, or if there is no credit at all, then that is the time you need to raise an alert. And the first alert is your DDO itself. You need not come to the department, because this is the point from where some kind of miscommunication starts, that you make an email to the department and sometimes there is no response. But if you approach the DDO, things become much simpler, because the things, this kind of mismatch arises because of wrong mention of a PAN. Suppose a DDO is filing a statement of 50 or 100 PAN deductees, and if one of the PAN, even one digit is wrongly typed or it is uploaded, that PAN does not get its credit. So the things are very simple. The DDO has just to file a correction statement, make that correction in the PAN and upload the statement, and that's all. In few hours or in a few days time, that statement is processed and that PAN deductee gets that credit in his Form 26 AS. So you need not go anywhere. Secondly, sometimes all the PAN deductees with a particular DDO, they do not get that credit. Maybe you view your statement after a quarter or after 6 months or end of the year. But the basic mistake is that the challan number through which the tax has been paid, there is some mistake in that challan number. So if that challan is corrected by the DDO by filing a correction statement, that all that grievances gets redressed. All the PAN deductees, they get their credit in the next few days. So these are the simple ways through which, by having a continuous interaction between the taxpayer and the DDO, And by filing the correction statement, we can avoid many such, these small grievances. And secondly, sometimes the DDOs, they also file their returns through some tax professional. And tax professional, even having that correct data from the DDO, he makes some mistake in uploading that information on our system. And it is basically some clerical mistake that happens, which results in a mismatch of some PAN number, some challan number, and these issues arise. So we have to take care of these mistakes. Then next comes, what is the correct TDS that has to be deducted. So for any particular year, what is the rate? If payment is being made to a vendor, if the rate is 2%, if it is being made to some professional at the rate of 10%. So if that rate is, maybe if you have made a deduction of 2%, but that payment was made to a professional, which was to be made at the rate of 10%, again you will get some demand notice. So correct understanding of law is also a prerequisite.
Income tax system in the Indian context has been introduced by the first finance minister of then British government of India, James Wilson, by the year of 1860. And so far as the very structure of that taxation law was concerned, it was very regressive in the real sense. And then the much time have traversed. So far as the present tax regime system is concerned, mostly its different components and caveats are, governed by the income tax law of 1961. And then the subsequent, changes in the different components of this 1961 income tax act have been made by who is called the father of fiscal reforms, particularly the taxation aspect, one of the famous economists, Raja Chalaya. And benefit goes to him, rather the credit goes to him that he has introduced the present structured tax regime so far as Indian system is concerned, what we call that is the progressive and proportionate tax system. That tax system is in proportion to the income levels of the citizens. So that is one of the, very important aspect so far as the tax regime of Indian system is concerned. But having said that, if we are going to just analyze the tax size of the India, the direct income tax, it constitutes only some 6.64 to the ratio of GDP, which is quite minimal when we are comparing to different developing or developed countries. If we are combining the both, that is the direct tax and the indirect taxes, it doesn't cross 12%. It is in fact, so far as if we are going to quote the stats of financial year of 2023 and 24, it doesn't cross 11.1%. And so far as the number of direct taxpayers are concerned, the recent statistics which have been issued by the Central Board of Direct Taxes, it is only 10.5 crores. I think the present program, which has been launched towards the awareness, it has different dimensions. Dimension is in the sense that it doesn't focus only to create the awareness among the present taxpayers, but its aim is also to just widen the tax net so far as the citizens of India are concerned, so that they will be contributing towards the economic growth and development of the country.
This program has been organized with the aim of providing you the necessary information, guidance, and resources to better understand the income tax system, your rights, and your responsibilities as taxpayers and deductors. We are partners in collecting tax and contributing to nation's development. We understand that tax-related matters can sometimes seem complex, but we as a team are here today to simplify them for you, to listen, to address your queries and to listen to your grievance and come back to you with a logical solution. Our goal is not only to educate, but also to empower you with the knowledge to make informed decisions when it comes to your taxes. The Income Tax Department is committed to ensuring transparency, fairness, and ease of compliance. And we hope this session will serve as a valuable resource for everyone present.